box. So when I came here today, the only thing out of this process that I knew how to do was paint the behind thing teal. And all the awesome people at Make-a-thon helped me learn how to do the laser cutting, and Jeremy, you know, pretty much built, but allowed me to help and learn how to build the frame, the shadow box. I pulled data from GIS and I figured out how to transfer it into SFG, which is what you need for the laser cutter. So that was, I guess that is a skill that I already had too. So overall, it was really cool to take something that I know how to do, which is create maps and use data in GIS, and turn it into something that is very artistic. And I look forward to making these of other places as gifts for people and such.
Woo.
You made some choices about painting and not painting certain parts. Can you explain that?
In the beginning, I thought I was going to paint the laser cut white to go in front of the dark background. And then once it burned, I really liked it. And so I left it with the burn because I think it looks really natural. And I think it looks cooler than it would have looked if it was white. Oh, and I guess we did mess up.
I messed up.
No.
I take both. We used nails that were way too long and ended up nailing it into our wasteboard and had to totally scrap the frame and rebuild it.
Yeah,
because I drove nails all the way through the damn thing.
This won't take long at all, I swear.
That's the second frame.
Actually, the aesthetic of
The remnants of the first frame. It's better.
I realize it's an accident, but I like the aesthetic of the fact that the water parts are not burned. In other words, you see the water parts actually stand out because they're an accident. So I realize it was an accident in the aesthetic, but those are the accidents are what make things interesting.
I really liked that too, and a huge debate that I had this morning when I was figuring out how I wanted to do it was what to do with the water. Because if you have the water as a positive with the streets, then you don't see the bridges. So I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it. I thought about removing the water and just doing the streets and then etching the water in the background. Which I still think could have been a cool decision, but I went with this one, and I think because of the burn, it stands out, so it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, if there was no burn, you'd sit there, it wouldn't stand out as well as it does.
Yeah, so I'm pleased.
All right, wonderful.
I thought I saw when you were working on it, there was one that was like on fire.
Oh yeah, that was the cardboard test. It literally just caught into flames.
So was it just because it was cardboard? Or
and I think I had the heat too high, and so when I was doing this one, I turned it down some because it was also, the second time through, it was also starting to catch on fire. So you can kind of tell where I turned it down. Like I think this was at the end. It's less burnt after I learned that I should turn the heat down, so this one didn't also.
Same thing happened at dinner last night.
Knowing you know a lot about the GIS-based maps of New Haven, did you learn anything about the city while printing and going through the process of building one?
I don't know. I feel like I should be able to say yes. But I feel like the main thing I noticed, which I would say I hadn't noticed just from looking at maps and experiencing New Haven before, is how many bridges there are because of the issue and the whole thought process behind, well, when the water is part of, it's a positive, the bridges disappear, and there's like 1 million bridges over the river and over the bay, and I didn't really notice that before.
Yeah. Cool.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Great project.